VMI head coach Andrew Wilson. Here he is. What's up, man?
I'm doing great.
We're good. We're good. Good to see you.
On.
See how much straighter he's walking coming in this year?
I know. I got to stand up.
I have back problems.
You make me just want to sit up straight or something. No, great to be here at Media Day. It kind of means the season's, a month or so away. And for you guys, man, like what you did last year was incredible. I mean, really was. The turnaround. And I know like the first couple of years were not easy. Right? They were not easy. Your first head coaching job, you know how hard a job it is. You hear about it from other people. But when you get there, it's daunting, isn't it? A little bit to figure it out at first?
I had a big learning curve when I first got there.
Yeah.
Not only a big learning curve from it being my first opportunity to run my own program, and it's always different when you move over to that seat, but being at such a unique institution, and I didn't have any military background prior to showing up there. And so I felt like I had a good grasp on how to run a basketball program, but the type of kid that you have to recruit at VMI is so different than anywhere else in the country. And so it was a real challenge for me at first. I had some dark days my first couple of years.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. But you dug out of that hole.
I remember coming a couple of years ago, you guys played here in Greenville, and you're like, man, we got to figure it out. I got to figure it out. And you're starting to get that way. Yeah, this past season.
The current landscape of college basketball has made it challenging for everybody to try to figure this out.
Yeah.
It's probably more challenging at an institution like VMI. And the thing I'm really so proud of my coaching staff, but also of our players, is that we have 9 of our 10 leading scorers coming back.
It's insane.
We have the second most production in the entire country, only behind Purdue coming back.
That's crazy. And
I never thought that we would get it to this point, but it's just a credit to my coaching staff identifying the right types of kids during the recruiting process. We had to find a group of kids who wanted to grow old together, and that's what we found. And so we're in a good place right now. We're really excited about this upcoming season.
I think what's interesting, too, is you have preseason player of the year on your team, Ricky Bradley coming back. What was he able to provide last year? 16, 4, and 3? I mean, not bad.
So I haven't broken the news yet to Rick, so it is
he doesn't know yet.
A secret. If he knows, I don't know about it.
Okay.
And I have not told him. I'm hoping that it's going to be a surprise to him at 11
I think they were going to do something
special.
special.
Spoil that for him.
Well, hopefully he's not watching, or if Ricky, if your family is watching, please don't tell Ricky, whatever you do.
Yeah, no, I mean, Ricky means so much to our program. We're talking about a kid that had a successful freshman year at VMI and decided to leave. He wasn't sure if VMI was the right type of place for him. Goes to Georgia State. For whatever reason, it didn't work out there, and he decided to come back. And he's the first student athlete to ever come back to VMI.
Is that right?
And yeah. And what he represents to our program, and now going into his senior season, he's a preseason player of the year in our league. I mean, it's incredible. And so he deserves all of the accolades and attention that are going to come his way. He's one of the most mature kids I've ever been around in 25 years in college basketball. He's unbelievable, focused, and determined, and he wants to change the narrative of VMI basketball program. Cool. So I'm lucky that he's on our side.
So I'm looking at the preseason poll. Have you seen that yet?
I have not.
You want to guess where you picked?
I would guess somewhere in the middle of the pack would be my guess.
Yeah, sixth. Mm-hmm. I was surprised.
Yeah.
I was surprised with the success you had last year and the retention. I figured for sure you'd be in the top 3 somewhere, because so many of these other programs have lost a ton, and you don't know who these guys are.
Sure.
What type of chip on probably your kids' shoulders is that going to provide for you?
Well, that's higher than I wanted to be picked, to be honest with you.
Really? We did say that, but even for VMI, even for you, that surprised me a little bit, just because I feel like you want some respect too.
Yeah. Well, this will tell you how difficult it is at VMI. Over the 117-year history of our program, VMI basketball has only had back-to-back seasons of winning 15 games twice in the 117-year history of the program.
Wow.
And so we won 15 games this past year. That's something that we talked about as a group. We want to be the third group that's ever done that in VMI basketball history. And so, as we all know, the preseason rankings don't mean a whole lot. You got to go out there and perform. It's so hard to forecast this stuff right now.
Impossible.
I believe Ricky Bradley was the only returning all-conference player in our entire league.
Yep.
the other 14 players either graduated or transferred out. And so that shows you how impossible this thing is to predict right now. So we'll see where it all falls.
You just have known quantities. That's the difference, I would say, is you have to feel really good because, and we just talked to Ed Conroy about this, he's got a few guys back. So he said, we're much further ahead than we were a year ago. And for you, I mean, again, you throw out the 2-3 zone that your guys all know it.
Yeah.
You don't have to teach it. They all know it already.
Couple extra wrinkles here and there, too, you can throw in.
We're in a different place right now than we have been during my tenure as a head coach. My first 3 years has been a complete restart. And going into this season, we have a certain level of confidence. And the defense that we play, it is very unique. Our players know it better than our coaching staff, which is awesome. And so we have a lot of continuity in our roster. I'm unbelievably excited about this year. But at the end of the day, you got to go out and perform. You got to go out and do it. Our guys are eager to continue to prove themselves. Some of our guys will be upset with where we're picked. And
you kind of want that, don't you? A little bit?
I do. VMI is a place where it's hard to get comfortable at VMI. Just the way the school is structured.
On or off the court?
On or off the court. And so it's hard. You have to prove yourself every day at VMI. And that's one of the things that our school stands by.
I'm sitting here looking at your old stats from last season, and obviously got to the free throw line at a high rate, knocked down a bunch of those. Struggled with turnovers. With so much retention, how are you going to be able to cut down on some of those things?
Yeah, that's one thing that we've talked about a lot. We're returning two of the most experienced guards in the league, and Ricky Bradley and Tanya Zoglu. And so we've talked a lot about we have to really improve that assist-to-turnover ratio. We felt like last year our defense was a little bit ahead of our offense. And if we want to take another jump in our program, then those assist-to-turnover ratio needs to improve a great deal. So that's something that we've emphasized during the offseason. We'll see where that goes.
So your assistant, Xavier Salas, who I've known forever, told me that you have the best defender in the country in A.J. Clark.
Yeah, A.J.'s special. He
sent me some clips this morning, and I'm like, man, this dude gets after it.
Yeah, A.J. is unbelievably athletic. One of the most athletic kids I've ever been around.
Really?
That's saying a lot, too.
Yeah.
Just throwing
where you played?
Saying a lot,
right.
Well, he is he's a tenacious defender. He's a tenacious competitor. He's 6'3" or 6'4", but he's a shot blocker. He's very quick twitch. He brings an element to our team that nobody else can. And so he's an unbelievably valuable part of our team. And I think he'll have a chance to be one of the better players in our league this season.
Can you put him on anybody? Like, is he somebody where, I mean, again, somebody gets hot and it's just like, hey, AJ, just go shut him down?
Well, as you know, Jeff, we don't play man-to-man.
Oh, true.
Right? So,
I forgot about that.
So AJ's kind of floating around in our zone, but he covers up so much ground. Mistakes that other guys make, he's able to kind of cover up for that. And so, again, like he brings an element to our team that nobody else can just because of his length and his athleticism.
Especially in this league, right?
Yeah. And for the first time, AJ's been hurt his entire career at VMI. Really? He's actually never practiced before. The only time he ever plays basketball is in the games. And so he had surgery this past offseason and has been healthy over the last couple months for the first time and is getting the reps that he finally needs. I think you're going to see a big jump in AJ's game.
It's interesting. Top 5, or no, excuse me, as we have some photos being taken in the other room. That one caught me off guard. Top 15 in the country in steal rate. Top 5 in the conference in block rate. I mean, just being able to cover all that ground is just what makes him different. At 6'4". You said one of the best athletes. I just want to hear from you because you obviously played and you've coached for a long time. Like, is there anybody you would compare him to athletically as far as his length is concerned, his lateral movement, and all those things?
Oh, you're putting me on the spot.
I am.
Off the top of my head, I can't necessarily compare him to anybody that I've ever coached.
Sure.
He's such a unique player. He's not a great shooter. And a lot of people kind of look at that and they say, well, he's not a very productive offensive player, but he is. He does everything else offensively really well. And shooting is something that he's worked on this offseason. But I think our defense is perfect for him. He's able to kind of roam around and cover up so much ground for our team because we are his own team.
Well, your instincts take over at that point.
That's right. That's right. And we're not the longest, most athletic team, but we are very tough, and our guys have great instincts, and we're able to use that to our advantage within our zone. And I think a lot of times with our defense, it's just different. It's not necessarily good all the time, but it's just different, and it requires other teams to have to prepare in a different way when they play us.
I don't remember last year. Did I get you to loosen up a little bit? Did I get you with some good stories or anything?
That's hard to do, Jeff.
No, I got something. I think I got something for you.
It's hard to do. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go back. We'll see. We'll see how well I did here, right?
All right.
All right. So tell me about your first recruiting trip as an assistant for Bobby Cremins.
I assume that you've been around Coach Cremins over the last couple months. My first recruiting trip with Coach Cremins, we were going to see a kid named Donovan Monroe, who was a really good player for us at College of Charleston, was at Fork Union Military Academy. So we're driving from Charleston, South Carolina, up to Fork Union in Virginia. And Coach Cremins had just had a knee replacement surgery. He's sitting in this car for like 7 hours. We're on the way up there, and I'm driving a rental car, and I'm 23 years old at the time. I'm younger than a couple guys on our team. I have no idea what I'm doing. Coach Cremins is sitting there drawing up plays on his magnet board in the passenger seat, and I'm just watching him. And, it's going in one ear and out the other. And all of a sudden, the car shuts off, and I'm like, oh, boy. And apparently the gas light had been on for a while, and it's pouring down rain outside. No. We're at the North Carolina, South Carolina border on I-95 going north. We're like 10 miles away from the nearest exit, and the car shuts down. And I'm 23 years old. This is my first job, and I'm working for a Hall of Fame head coach. And I'm like, oh my!
And you ran out of gas.
What did I
ran out of gas, and it's pouring down rain, like the worst circumstances you could possibly imagine. So I say, Coach, I knew what had happened, but I was too embarrassed to admit
we ran out
of gas. I'm like, Coach, something's wrong with the car. It just shut off. Let me put it in neutral. You come get in the driver's seat, and I'll push the car and try to get to the next exit. I didn't know we were 10 miles away from the next exit. This is in 2006, before, you're like following your MapQuest.
Right. You don't have the GPS on the phones.
GPS. And so I'm pushing the car through a rainstorm, and I push it about 100 feet, and I'm exhausted. I can't push it anymore. And I'm like, man, what am I going to do right now? So I run up. I'm like, Coach, let me just take off. I'm going to run up to the nearest exit. So stay here. So I take off, and I start sprinting as fast as I could. And I get about a mile up the road, and I don't see anything ahead of me. And I'm like, man, I'm in trouble. So I just put my thumb out, and I started asking for a ride.
Hitchhiking in 2006.
No way.
Somebody was in the streets.
Like somebody pulls over in a pickup truck. They pick me up. When I open the car to get in, there's beer cans on the ground. I'm like, oh boy, this is bad. And he takes me up to the next exit. We put some gas in like a lawnmower, thing, and
he brings you back.
We get back. I put gas in. We end up making it to Fork Union, and we get Donovan Monroe to come to College of Charleston.
There we go.
I just hope you tipped that dude in the pickup truck.
I did tip him. I
hope you did. Get free tickets, whatever he needs for life.
Yeah, that's a pretty good.
That's a great story,
trip, right?
Yeah.
And thank God that I worked for Bobby Cremins.
Yeah.
Because somehow he was okay with this. He's still got a smile on his face.
He laughed about it.
And he's enjoying it. Yeah. And I'm like, man, if I worked for the wrong guy, he probably would have fired me on the spot.
You would have been fired right away.
And we probably wouldn't even have made it to go see Donovan. We just would have turned around and come home. So thank you, Coach Cremins.
That's a good one. I might even have a better one for you to tell. I'm not sure I want to go this one or not.
Oh, boy.
You want me one more?
Well, yeah, go with it.
All right, I got another great one.
All right.
Tell me, did you ever throw up on a head coach on the bus?
But now you've been with Mark Byington. Huh?
I got two good ones here, right?
Oh, man.
Hell of an assistant here.
Oh, I'm telling you, man. Hey, thank goodness that I've worked for really good people. Because if one of my assistants threw up on the back of my head right now, I don't know how I'd react to that. No, we're playing at Cal State Bakersfield in California. And we're out there for several days, and I caught some type of bug, and we're going to practice at night. And
there's no way Andrew thought he was going to be telling these stories.
I'm trying to hold it as long as I can, right? I'm like, I can't throw up on the bus. Like, come on, you can't do that. And it just got to the point where it's like, there's the point of no return. And I just start projectile vomiting on the bus. And I'm sitting right behind Mark the whole time.
You nailed them.
I mean, I end up.
He caught some shrapnel. That's what he did.
I end up. So you know how when you're getting on a bus, like you have to step up, like 4 or 5 steps to get up onto the bus. So I end up. My head is pointed down on the steps, so I'm not getting it on anybody else after I had already gotten it on Mark. And I'm projectile vomiting down there, and that was a bad moment in my career. That was really bad.
You rebounded well.
So for about 15 minutes, from the way to practice to the hotel, one of our assistant coaches, which is me, I'm sitting there making all kinds of noises, throwing up on the steps down on the bus, laid out on the floor, and that was a bad moment for me.
Well, that's part of the
Thanks for bringing that up.
It was just part of the interview process to be a head coach.
These were pretty good.
Thank goodness. I had been with Mark for about 14 years by that point. Like we were 6 years as assistants working under Coach Cremens. And then, so Mark, thankfully,
he was good with it.
I think I had some build-up with him at that
some
point.
equity.
And I had some equity with him. And thank goodness he didn't fire me. So.
What's the biggest difference, other than maybe having the bullseye on you guys a little bit? And I know you picked 6, but people know now you're not sneaking up on anybody this year. What's the biggest difference in how you've talked to your team about that?
Yeah. I don't think VMI is never going to have a bullseye on us, and that's the reality. I think we are going to have a higher level of respect from our opponents this year. I don't think we're going to be able to sneak up on people maybe the way that we did this past year. We've had a lot of conversations with our team about last year we were fighting for respect, right? And this year we're going to have to learn how to deal with expectations. And for us, being picked 6th place out of 10 in our league is having to deal with expectations. And so I'm excited. We have unbelievable leadership on our team. The best I've ever been a part of, like by far. Like Ricky Bradley, TJ Johnson, AJ Clark, unbelievably mature guys. Our best players are our best leaders, are our most invested guys. And whenever you have that as a head coach, that's a great feeling.
Huge.
Well, listen, it's been great seeing you. It was a hell of a conversation.
Yeah.
Really good.
Thanks for bringing up that.
Yeah.
No, it's
a pretty good one.
I think people want to see a little bit of different side of you.
Sure.
Am
I allowed to talk about throwing up on the back of people's neck?
Of course.
Well,
It's legal. You're fine.
We're live right now.
But I mean this. It's been great to see you flip this program the way you have, and I can't wait to see what you guys do this year with so much returning talent and guys that know the program. So pick 6 in the preseason. I would have picked you higher, but it sounds like you're okay with that. So
thanks for the opportunity to come on. I appreciate it.
No, it's been great being here and good spending time with you. VMI head coach Andrew Wilson.